Let's take it back. Before we even go there, let's take it back. How did it happen? How did you become the fourth member?
Don't make it sound like the group like that. Like I said, shout out to Clue and shout out to the Mixtapes.
Right.
I'm kind of building up
a rapport
with the streets, with, people are asking, who is this guy? There's no face, because there's no videos. There's just mixtapes.
You get the buzz.
There's no, who is this guy?
Nature. But you're taking your joints to Clue. Like your Clue.
Nah, I'm getting a call. Yo, we gotta go to the studio. John, we in the studio, we in the car. Nas buys the car just so we could ride around. Nas is getting bread.
Right.
Buying multiple cars in one day. We niggas riding around with no license. So we go into the studio. Every time we know that this is a session, we go in the Clue. And once I get there, I have to write my rhyme. So I'm talking to Clue. So I'm usually writing my rhyme real fast and going to bang my verse out and getting like into one of those early spots, 1, 2, or 3. We don't go past 3.
Right.
The only time somebody ever beat me really on a Clue tape would be the Locks.
I'm about to say Jada.
Locks.
I'm about to say Jada.
And you know what I'm saying? And my people's over here, you know what I'm saying? My man Large Amount, you know what I'm saying? He used to be on the, he was featured on the D Block soundtrack, the No Security. He used to be, him and my man Nino, you know what I'm saying? They both from Yonkers, they both part of the clique, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rough play, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the man, you know what I'm saying? Man to DCM, Trey, the family. But yeah, that's just how it was, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was, if you got a kind of idea of back then, going to the studio, and once you go into the studio and you hitting these mixtapes a couple of times, because Clue's coming out like, mixtapes is coming out faster than albums. Yeah, they like, ha, 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 ha.
Every
you might
month.
go
twice a week.
The DJ, you might go to the local music spot, they have a book, and you could be like, which DJ's got
Right.
So when that's happening, I'm kind of like at arm's bay. I was never really brought into what was Nas' plan. Nas' plan was the Firm.
But who's giving your joints to Clue?
Clue is a part, remember, I'm part of this family. Jungle, Nas, Clue, Steve Stoute.
Right.
It's things happening that I don't really know what's happening.
But you rapping.
I'm rapping. They asked me to rap, come on, we rapping.
Right.
Clue's putting them out, people's asking, because at this time, when this is happening, I'm still on paper. Like, I'm just coming from locked up. I'm on parole. I'm still have to get permission to go to some of these places that I'm going to. Sometimes I'm going without permission, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still like all over the place.
Right.
But it was this opportunity that somebody put in front of me, like to sign me, was Trackmasters. I don't know, it was an inner thing going on between them and Nas on who would, or whatever.
Right.
Because whatever. That's a different thing.
But you're in a circle.
I'm in a circle. So
and
I'm
that
being
circle
heard.
is getting your joints heard.
Yes. And so when something happened within them, within Steve Stoute and Nas and the powers that be, when their plan kind of wasn't realizing that it wasn't what it was supposed to be or what was happening, and they have to change in the ninth inning.
Right.
The closest guy in that circle that could probably fix some of it, you know what I mean, will probably be me. It won't be all of it because up until this point, they're making records collectively as the Firm on the mixtapes without me.
Right.
So they're building their own fans and their own people that love them anyway. So at the last second when they realized that this wasn't where it was going to be, and they throwing somebody else in there.
Well, what happened? How did Cormega get out the
I
situation?
just think it was street shit.
It was street shit.
Yeah, I think it was street shit. I don't think it was intentional. I think at the end of the day, he was probably glad that it all happened because it allowed him to do what he needed to do and become.
Right.
But
the firm,
there was a lot of haters.
I hear.
You know, truth of the matter is, you know, it'll be a lot of haters. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard when you have all of these people on the same team. Look at the NBA team that has all of these people. Everybody's not going to get. You're going to have this guy. We're going to play together, but I might be jealous that his contract is bigger than his or mine. You know, it's like that. It's all business.
Right.
It's just business.
But that was that the situation, or was it street shit?
I don't know. It's like this is happening before me. I just know that I get the call. I get a 10-day contract to come sneak in here and do my 1-2s.
Right.
Because they gotta fulfill.
But tell me about those 10 days, like, because I remember hearing affirmative action, and I'm like, okay, this the Firm, this the Supergroup, this the All-Star joint. All right.
You gotta remember.
Then the album drops, and I'm like,
What happened?
that ain't Cormega.
Even on the cover.
Wait a minute. Right.
Yeah.
Did you just come home from jail when y'all took that picture? Because we talked.
If you look at, what you talking about, the Firm picture?
Yeah.
If you look at that picture, you see that you don't really see me that much in there. It wasn't really too much to promote Nate. I'm not gonna say it was a hate or a blatant thing, but if you look at everybody's picture and you see how my picture is, you can't really.
You sideways.
He way off in the back, he in the
you
corner.
can't really.
I remember that cover.
You know what I'm
Trying
saying?
to figure out who
because in all actuality, the plan was to have them function and I'm just like helping. I'm like the, you know.
Catalyst in the middle of it.
Yeah, I'm just like the little extra pieces. Like, you know, I'm not part of the main course. I'm the fries. I ain't the burger. You know what I'm saying? I go with them.
But
like
they didn't sell you like that.
because at the end of the day, they didn't know how to market me. I was kind of resistant too. I'm from the hood.
Yeah.
They got money. They doing Nas. They doing Will Smith. They doing Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. They doing fucking Trackmasters. They doing R. Kelly.
Right.
So these guys are kind of have a rapport with radio, and they got money that's kind of being dished out. You know, they charging fucking $25,000 a beat. They charging big money back then.
Right.
So if you had a budget, you got to basically sign your budget over to them if you're trying to get some of that radio flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was the thing back then.
Right.
So to have somebody from the hood that kind of like, I didn't have the same kind of flow and cadence that I have right now. It's still kind of like getting my feet wet. I'm still kind of like a sidekick of Nas.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still kind of my cosign to even get into some of these meetings because they know that, you know, he's bringing talent to the table.
Right.